This morning, we know a firefighter was killed while trying to protect his family, and 2 other people were injured. The alleged shooter, 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, was taken out by Secret Service snipers.
Now, this morning, a local mom and daughter who are at the rally are still processing what happened. Now, they were just 8 rows behind the podium where the president was standing.
Our Mercedes McKay spoke with the women and joins us live now with their chilling firsthand account. Mercedes, what did they tell you?
Rennie and Cindy, well, this morning, Lynn Piwowarczyk and her daughter, Dee Piwowarczyk Gilmore, are just trying to still absorb everything from over the weekend. They traveled from Chesterfield and O'Fallon, Missouri to go to Pennsylvania, never imagining that they'd be witnessing this terrifying moment in history. The women got to the rally around 10 a.m. After going through Secret Service security and metal detectors, they got a spot in the bleachers, just 8 rows behind where the former president stood on stage. Dee says he was only speaking for about 10 minutes when the shots rang out. Lee says at first some thought the noise was fireworks, but once they saw blood on some of the Secret Service, they knew the former president was shot. Now take a look at this video. Dee shot of them escorting Trump out of the rally. In an NBC and AP footage, Lynn is visible in the background. Her husband seeing it for himself on TV and asking why she wasn't ducking down.
Everybody kind of popped up to see what the heck was going on, and you could see them rushing Trump off the stage, and then the Secret Service started yelling at us, "Get down, get down, get down."
There were people laying where our feet go, and, we were crowded in there. So I had the gentleman next to me laying on the ground. I had the lady next to me laying on the ground. I said there was nowhere for me to lay.
Just so terrifying for both women. The mom and daughter will be heading back to St. Louis today. Live in downtown St. Louis, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
This morning, we're hearing from a St. Louis-based security professional who was trained by the Secret Service. He spoke with our Travis Cummings about how security reacted in protecting the former president when the shots were fired.
Look what happened.
But he turned his head and the bullet just caught his ear. He was very, very lucky. God was with him that day.
With former President Donald Trump in safe hands this Sunday, questions loom over his attempted assassination on Saturday. A gunman fired multiple shots from an AR-style rifle at the presidential candidate from an elevated position outside the rally venue.
You wonder about what they call an advance team. The advance team gets out there long before, and they do a threat assessment of the complete area. Why the rooftop of this particular building was not covered seems to be in question.
Michael Barberi has worked in executive protection in third world countries for nearly 25 years with training from the Secret Service charged with saving Trump's life. As the FBI opens an investigation into why the 20-year-old shooter was able to get so close.
They said they were using advanced technology. Well, if they're using advanced technology, drones are obviously advanced technology. Helicopters are, normally pretty standard technology when you're looking at a crowd of thousands of people. So that's the question I think you're going to see a lot of.
Large crowds are expected to attend both the upcoming Republican National Convention and the Democratic National Convention. So as campaigns ramp up and conventions get underway.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to beef up all the security for everybody, including President Biden.
Barberi has a word for the public planning to be there.
You're in a crowd. You're always looking for unusual things. People that are walking around with coats on when you don't need to have a coat. People have their hands in their pockets. But when you start to hear the shots ring out, the first thing you really truly need to do is hit the ground.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, will be at the RNC today in Milwaukee. He's going to bring us live updates on the fallout of the shooting and important campaign details on all the biggest races. Just hours from now, a St. Louis judge is expected to decide whether or not to pause payments for St. Louis City's Guaranteed Basic Income Program. Now, this program provides families with around $500 a month using American Rescue Plan Act funds. The Holy Joe Society is suing the city, saying the program defies the city charter by using public funds to a private end. The city says it's constitutional because the program ultimately serves a public end. Now, the judge will release a decision on continuing payments at 11 o'clock this morning. A serious problem across our country, how you can beat the odds by getting screened for lung cancer.
Shots fired inside a church in North St. Louis County, how police and the pastor jumped into action.
All right, the backyard forecast is a steamy one for today. We'll already be at 90 degrees by 10 o'clock this morning and headed up near 100 this afternoon with bright skies and humid conditions too. There is some relief on the way. We'll take a look at when that's coming after the break.
I had a really rough time with a claim this week.
You need help? I can help. Great at help.
Bert and I actually got together and did some creative calculations.
He's got a broken leg, concussion, lacerated